what to drink with dinner to get the maximum iron out of your food, and what to keep away from. A drink together along with your breakfast, lunch or dinner could make your meal greater enjoyable. But have you ever taken into consideration whether or not your drink of preference can also additionally have an effect on the manner your frame absorbs the vitamins on your food? Dietary elements which could grow the uptake of different vitamins are referred to as enhancers, even as the ones which could lessen the uptake of different vitamins are referred to as inhibitors or antivitamins. One of the maximum not unusual place nutrient deficiencies international is iron, and might bring about a circumstance referred to as iron deficiency anemia. So if you're trying to grow your iron stages, it's really well worth questioning now no longer pretty much what you're consuming, however what you're consuming too. A bit approximately iron deficiency can increase whilst we don't get sufficient iron, or don't soak up iron to the quantity our frame desires. It's greater not unusual place in women, and might reason weak spot and fatigue, amongst different symptoms. If you're involved you'll be iron poor, you could get a blood take a look at out of your trendy practitioner. Their styles of ironing are diets, hem iron and non-hem iron. Hem is an iron-containing protein that paperwork a part of the hemoglobin, a protein on your crimson blood cells that transports oxygen round your frame. Hem iron is discovered in animal rheosets of food, like meat, and is greater without problems absorbed into the frame. Non-hem iron is discovered in plant meals like grains, beans, and nuts, and is much less without problems absorbed. Some enhancers: choosing a drink that incorporates nutrition C, together with orange, tomato or grapefruit juice, across the time of your meal will grow the quantity of the non-hem iron you could soak up. In one study, 100 milligrams of nutrition C elevated iron absorption fourfold. This is kind of equal to what you'd get from 1 glass of orange juice. Keeping this in thoughts is mainly crucial for those who don't devour meat, as all in their nutritional iron could be non-hem iron. Some inhibitors. Tea is a famous drink with food and is frequently loved with Asian cuisine. But tea incorporates a bioactive compound referred to as tannin, that's an inhibitor of non-hem iron absorption. Tannin is classified as a natural compound referred to as a polyphenol. It's additionally discovered in lots of meals inclusive of cocoa, almonds, grapes, berries, pomegranates, and spices, for example, vanilla and cinnamon, which can also additionally locate their manner into liquids like smoothies. Kombucha, a famous fermented tea drink, nonetheless incorporates a few tannins. Unfortunately, the information isn't any higher for espresso drinkers. Espresso incorporates tannins too, and the chlorogenic acid in espresso is likewise a crucial inhibitor of iron absorption. Tea and espresso are taken into consideration the most powerful inhibitors of iron. A cup of tea reduces iron absorption with the aid of using approximately 75% to 80%. And a cup of espresso with the aid of using approximately 60%. The more potent you are making them, the more the impact could be. So it's fine to keep away from tea and espresso even as consuming it for 2 hours earlier than and after the meal. This is kind of the period of time foods and drinks take a seat down on your belly earlier than they're completely absorbed. This consists of breakfast, a meal at which many human beings maximum typically devour tea and espresso. For maximum people, breakfast typically includes cereal and/or bread. Both of those evidently include extensive stages of iron, and occasionally those merchandise have iron added. So if you're iron poor, it is able to be time to take into account choosing a small glass of orange juice at breakfast, or ideally the complete orange, as you get fiber with it too, and saving the tea or espresso for a bit later. A little from column A, a bit from column B. There has continually been hypothesis dairy can also additionally inhibit iron absorption. However, thus far the proof appears to signify it has no impact. However, plant primarily based totally milks together with soy milk include phytates, a compound that traps phosphorus in plants, which inhibit iron absorption. Meanwhile, alcohol will increase the absorption of iron, so a lager could be classed as an enhancer. If you favor a tumbler of wine, you have to pick a white over a crimson. Red wine incorporates greater tannins and different polyphenols, so usual crimson wine inhibits iron absorption. But as we recognize, consuming alcohol will increase the danger of most cancers and is connected to different fitness concerns. You shouldn't begin consuming alcohol to growth iron absorption. So what's the take domestic message? The bioactives I've noted additionally offer many dietary and fitness benefits, and they're all discovered in plant merchandise. It could be clearly not possible to keep away from tannins on your weight loss program and nonetheless be eating the wholesome range of serves of fruit and vegetables. This recommendation is on the whole applicable if you've been identified as iron poor or with iron deficiency anemia. And despite the fact that that is the case, you could nonetheless experience